We're here at our flagship S14. You can see we've got on this side an S15 black head visor or sun visor. Over there we've got the stock gray one. Now I'm going to convert everything black. That way it matches the rest of my interior. The S14 came gray. A lot of people don't like it. We're going to change the dome light. We're going to add a map light. We're going to change the S14 rear view mirror to an S15 rear view mirror. We're also going to do the sun visors. The only thing that won't be OEM will be the headliner, because we're going to have it wrapped in some sort of black material or dye it. But I wanted to show you how to do this with the S15 visors today, because they're an improvement. You get dual vanity mirrors for both sides. The black also is going to add a better look to our car than this dull kind of gray interior that we got now. You actually have to use that S14 mount with the S15 arm. That's the best way to do it. So we're going to show you how to accomplish that today, so you guys can buy these and not have any worries about getting them into your car. Stock original still has the S15 mount right here, which is not going to work on our car. You can see that it's got a plastic kind of rivet at the end of that arm, and that is to keep this mount in place. Now there's no screws, there's no way to take them off, so this is what it looks like when you get it off. As you look at these right here, this is your S14 mount, this is your S15 mount, okay? You can tell they're two different colors. So when you use the S14 hardware on the S15 sun visor, you're going to want to dye your hardware black, or at least paint it with some SEM satin black, SEM satin black. You can Google it. Good stuff. And that's it. You know, I mean, you swap the hardware, paint it, and these dual vanity S15 black, awesome JDM visors just fit right in. So you get rid of all that and replace it with that. That looks a whole lot cooler. I'm going to set everything up, and I'll show you how we get the mounts off. Okay, so this is the easiest solution I've come up with. Just heat them with a heat gun. It's two pieces of plastic with a little rivet. Well, not a rivet, but like a ridge that it's got to climb over. So heat it up enough to slide the plastic over the ridge. Once you heat it up, you can get a screwdriver in those slits, kind of pry them a little bit, open them up a bit, but don't use too much force or you'll break them off, and then, you know, you're no better off now than you were when you started. This is how I do it. Take it on one side, and then I'll alternate, go to the other side. And it's going to take a little more heat than you would expect. I mean, for me it has, but definitely don't walk away from this, because you will melt your mount. I can already see this one melting, so we're going to pull it off. Give me a second. So I don't know how much of that you saw with the camera, but that's how easy it is. Heat it up, soften that up some, pull it right on through there, and we'll be able to reuse that mount. But this S15 one, it's a lot sturdier around that mount, so you're going to need a little more heat. I mean, you can do it. Just be gentle and heat it slow, take your time, and you won't have any mistakes. So you can see we're kind of starting to deform that one side. We're going to go ahead and flip it now. Alright, I think we're good now. You can see it's definitely heated up. Let's see if I can pull it off. Okay, so it's not quite ready yet. I'm going to go ahead and take a little screwdriver and try to open these up some. So this is just a constant trial and error until you magically get these things to come off. Okay, so a little more time. Alright, let's try it. Remember, this is trial and error. Don't ever go too far. Come on. Ha ha ha. Got it. Okay, so we have our direction figured out. I'm just going to snap it on there. A little extra heat may be necessary. Okay, so we heated that up. We're going to go ahead. It should just pop right in. So it may not look pretty in there, but we're back over that that original rivet or ridge on the shaft plastic, and our mount's on, and we're correct, so we can bolt it back in. Now, one last thing I wanted to show y'all. It doesn't matter. This is an original S15 bracket, and when you want the visor, you have to push it toward the glass, okay? This is an original hardware S14 visor. S14 points the opposite direction, so your visor would still work as usual. Now, I've seen this as a benefit because sometimes when I go to pull down my visor, sometimes that will come out, and it's just annoying. And then if it does it and you have your hand on it, a lot of times if you have your rear view mirror set where you could actually see behind you, and then you come back here and you knock it off, it's going to bump your mirror, or it has a good probability, and then you look like that. So with the S14 hardware, I think it just fits better. You really can use the S15, but I don't think you need to. Just dye both pieces black. That's definitely a better option. And then you don't have to worry about hitting your mirror when you open and close your visor, and then you knock it off the visor ring and it still works without interfering with your mirror. So I would say the S15 design here is probably not as good a design on the S14 car as the S14 is. Who'd have thought that, right? Okay, Nismo Junkyard, www.nismojunkyard.com. This is how you install S15 visors in your S14. You can get them through us. We import every day.